Hi, my name is Lise Labrosse. I'm the Director of Communications and Public Relations for the town of Kirkland. I'm pleased to present this information video produced in collaboration with CDPQ Infra, who we would especially like to thank, to provide Kirkland citizens with information on the arrival of the REM in the West Island, and more particularly on the work progress at the Kirkland station. This is the first of two information videos, the second of which is currently in production and will be posted on the town's website on Monday, January 30th. The second video will address the redevelopment plan around the site host to the Kirkland station to take full advantage of the opportunity presented by the arrival of the REM in the area. It will also touch on the revitalization of the Riocan Commercial Center and the regulatory tool to manage the strategic vision developed through citizen participation activities initiated in 2017. This initiative is in keeping with the commitment of the Kirkland Town Council to inform citizens on the progress of this major project and open effective lines of communication for Kirkland citizens to provide their feedback. With that, I wish you a good viewing, and I now give the floor to Mrs. Judith Gendron from CDPQ Infra.
Hello, my name is Judith. I'm the Community Relations Advisor for the West Island REM project. The purpose of today's presentation is to give you an overview of the REM project in Kirkland. To do so, I'd like to divide this presentation in three different steps. So first, we will begin with key elements of the REM route specific to the West Island. We will also provide an update on the work completed, in progress, and to come. And finally, if you're interested in learning more, we will go through the main communication tools you can use. What is exactly the REM? For those of you that aren't necessarily familiar with the project, the Réseau Express Metropolitain, or REM, is the largest public transit project in Quebec in the last 50 years. It is a 100% electric and automated light rail metro system, so without driver, which will gradually extend over 67 kilometers and pass through 26 stations, some of which will be connected to metro stations, commuter trains, and the Montreal airport. In terms of its commissioning, the REM will be put into operation in sections. So the first to be put into operation will be the South Shore section in the spring of 2023. The Anse-à-l'Orme and De Montagne branches will then be put into service at the end of 2024. For the airport branch, the target is 2027. Now, let's have a closer look at the Anse-à-l'Orme branch, which is your branch. We're having 4 stations, Dessources, Fairview, Pointe-Claire, Kirkland, and Anse-à-l'Orme. The length of the route on the Anse-à-l'Orme branch is approximately 17 kilometers long. In this area, we're having elevated track on a rail structure on a distance of approximately 13.6 kilometers. Once in operation, the travel time from the Kirkland to the central station will be approximately 30 minutes, and the service will be every 10 to 15 minutes, depending on rush hours, 7 days a week and 20 hours a day. So I'd also like to talk about some architectural principles, because the architecture of the REM stations also follow a set of founding concepts. First of all, there's the idea of movement, symbolized by the vertical and horizontal lines. These lines give rhythm and depth to the stations, so they recall the movement of the REM and the landscape seen through the windows as the rider goes by. All REM stations have windows to bring in natural light and transparency in order to enhance awareness of the environment around the stations and better integrate into neighborhoods. From a practical point of view, natural light helps users find their way around inside the stations, in addition to offering greater safety. Finally, RAM stations are also marked by the concept of identity. So this is reflected in the use of roods, for example, in the ceilings, which gives warmth to the modern buildings with their expanses of glass. It is also referenced from the RAM to the RAM's local footprint, since wood is a material that is found in abundance in Quebec. All stations and all sections will also have a specific color strategy. So color schemes are inspired by the places through which the REM passes. For example, the riverfront blue is inspired by the Rivière des Prairies. The forest green recalls access to the parks in the west, and the red of the mixed urban sector refers to the brick found in the industrial and residential sectors of the Saint Laurent borough and the Ville de Mont-Royal sector. Each color will be applied in different ways. So ceramic will be displayed on selected walls in all REM stations, with a tile layout specific to each station. The furniture in the REM stations will have specific colors according to the color strategy. There will be a variety of benches inside and outside the stations. Finally, a plan selection will be created for each sector. The selection of plans is inspired by the associated theme. Different species have been selected according to the type of environment. And plantings will be located in integrated blocks, so in entrances and in various spaces that will mark the user's path to the station. Now, where is actually the Kirkland station we've been talking about? So it is located at the intersection of Chemin Sainte-Marie and Jean-Yves Street. And the REM station will be surrounded by a bicycle path, so to the north of the station, a bus terminal to the west of Jean-Yves Street, and a drop-off area to the south of the REM route. The station has been under construction since 2021. It will be approximately 24 meters high from the public road, and the length of each platform is approximately 80 meters long. All stations will be universally accessible through elevators. There will be about 60 bicycle spaces around the Kirkland station, half of them covered, and there will be landscaping around the buildings, as mentioned earlier. So this sums up the first part, and now I'd like to take a walk with you through some of the sections of the REM in the West Island and have a look at what has been done and what comes next. So let's start from the area located between Fairview-Pointe-Claire and the Kirkland station. As you can see, this year the railway infrastructure has been installed. Teams have installed gutters and have completed the pulling of cables. Next year will be focused on finishing the drainage, installing the catenary support, and pulling the catenary cables. So the catenary is as a set of wires above the tracks, and their purpose is to supply electricity to the cars. And finally, next year there will be some site rehabilitation as well. We're still moving to the west, and we are now arriving at the Kirkland station. So the station foundations are done. Next year, teams will be active around the building, finishing the installation of the steel structure, doing some roofing work, installing the curtain walls. So the curtain walls is actually some glass walls that will go around the envelope of the building. Teams will be doing some bricklaying work, installing electromechanical and plumbing equipment, doing some interior design work, keeping on with the installation of system and catenaries, and finally doing civil works for the bus terminal as well. We're still moving to the west and closely arriving at the Anse-Alarme station. So the drainage has been finished. Railway infrastructure have been installed as well. Gutters along the route have been installed as well. And next year, teams will be essentially installing the catenary support, pulling out the catenary low voltage and optical fiber cables as well. So now we're arriving to the communication tools. So in case you'd like to learn more about the REM and to stay in the loop, uh, we are having different options for you. So first of all the information is in one place on our website. You can visit rem.info /en/west Montreal airport. In case you have any questions, suggestions, or complaints, you can reach us. We have a phone number, 1-833 REM info, and an email address you can use, which is info@rem.info. You can also subscribe to our newsletters by visiting rem.info/en/newsletter, and you can also have a look on our website and consult our work info at rem.info/en/works-info. So this completes my presentation. In case you still have any questions, my name is Julius, and you can reach me at info@rem.info. Thank you for your attention and have a very good day.